Hello all, welcome to Domain Expert channel. Today we're going to discuss an important topic is cloud network fundamentals. The agenda for today is what is meant by network, the network usage, and the networking components, hardware components like switches, routers, and firewalls. And we're going to discuss about IP, that is Internet Protocol, and also we're going to discuss about subnet mask and its IP address classes. Lastly, we're going to discuss about what is meant by public IP and what is meant by private IP. Now let us start about what is meant by network. A network is simply defined as something that connects things together for a specific purpose. A computer network connects two or more devices together to share information and services. The services can be documents, email and messaging, websites, databases, music, printers, and faxes, etc. Okay. So apart from that, we're going to discuss about the network types. Normally, there are two types of network types. First one is LAN, second is WAN. LAN stands for Local Area Network. A LAN is generally a high-speed network that covers a small geographical area, usually contained within a single building or campus. The most common LAN technology is Ethernet. Now let us discuss about WAN. WAN stands for Wide Area Network. WAN is a network that spans large geographical locations, usually to connect multiple LANs, multiple offices, multiple locations. Okay. Dedicated cabling or satellite uplinks may be used to connect this type of global network. So this is about network types. Now we are going to discuss about network usage. Normally, networks are used for a number of reasons. One way or another, it is usually about sharing. The first important network usage is information. We use networks for applications like email or to reach certain websites. File sharing, we need a network so that users can reach a shared network drive with documents, pictures, and etc. The third network usage is resource sharing. And last is about application sharing. Okay, so this is about network usages. Now let us discuss about network hardware components. Normally, to build a network, there are some devices that we need. Okay, let me give you an overview with some of the basic hardware that is used in the production environment. Okay, the first component is host devices. If you see the diagram, right, host devices are the devices that are used by the end users. Okay, and decade ago, we mostly used desktops, computers, but nowadays we have the laptops, smartphones, and tablets. So this is first component in the network hardware component. The second component is servers. What is meant by server? Servers are similar to the computers, but have different role in the network. For example, let us take an example. When you check your email, your client is connecting to the email server to fetch your email address, right? This email server might be used by thousands of users, so it has to be available 24/7. So servers are similar hardware as what you will find in computers, but depending on the task are more reliable. They have more RAM with error correction, use hard disks that were designed to be always on, have more storage space, and so on. Okay. Now we're going to discuss one more component is network interface card. To connect our computers and servers to the network, there has to be some interfaces. Interface is nothing but ports. We use NICs for this. In laptop, tablet, and smartphones, you will find the wireless NICs with radios and antennas. Using these NICs, one end will be connected to the systems or laptops or servers, and another end will be connected to the switches. So in order to communicate between network to the end devices, we are using communication links. Okay, there are different types of communication links and the cables. On your local network, you probably have seen UDP cables before. That means Cat5 cables. So there will be two Cat5 cables. One end will be connected to the server, and one end RJ45 socket will be connected to the switches. Now we're going to discuss about switches. On local networks, we typically use switches to connect computers and servers to the network, allowing them to communicate with each other. If you see, right, this is the wireless switch which is used to connect one end to the other end. In large enterprise networks, you'll find big switches that offer hundreds of connections for the computers and servers. So this is used for small or home purpose, and this is used for enterprise level of communication purpose. Now we're going to discuss important component in network hardware is routers. Routers plays an important and vital role in data centers as well as the enterprise level of organizations. Routers are used for a number of reasons. The main reason is they figure out what path to use to get to a certain destination. A router is a networking device that forwards data packets between computer networks. Routers perform the traffic direction function on the internet. Okay. For example, you might live in New York, but this mail service you used to check your email address is located in Los Angeles. Just like there are many different routes to take, if you want to drive from New York to Los Angeles, there are many different network paths to take in order to send our network traffic from A to B. Simply, network routers used to communicate between two different networks, and it will easily figure out what path to use to get to a certain destination. Okay. Now, in the perfect world, we could trust everyone and we don't have to worry about security. Unfortunately, besides all the great things the internet offers us, there is a lot of malicious stuff, right? Think of viruses, malwares, and hackers. To prevent these kind of attacks, virus, and hackers from the external world, we're going to use the firewalls. Firewalls are used to inspect network traffic and to drop malicious traffic. We also use them to encrypt network traffic so that remote workers can access applications on the company network in a secure way. Okay. Now, let us discuss about what is the IP. IP stands for Internet Protocol. IP uses packets called IP packet to carry information. That means IP determines where to send the packets to by looking at the destination IP address. We need an IP address to identify each network devices on the network. An IP address is just like a phone number. I'm talking about regular phone numbers, no cell phones. Everyone in a city who has a phone at home has a unique phone number, right? Where based upon that we can reach out to them. The similar way, an IP address is a 32-bit and consists of two parts: the network part as well as the host part. The IP address is 32-bit, where we can write it down into 4 blocks of 8 bits. 8-bit is what we call as a byte. So the IP address will look like this. Okay, 8 bits, 8 bits, 8 bits, and 8 bits. Here, three portions are indicating with the network portion, and one portion is indicating with the host portion. What the network part will tell us to which network the IP address belongs. You can compare this to the city or area code of your phone number. The host part uniquely identifies the network devices. These are like the last digits of your phone number. Probably in the normal productions, right? You may have seen that IP address 192.168.1.1, right? It's very commonly used IP address on your local networks. For this IP address, the first 3 bytes are the network, and the last byte is the host address. Anyway, I'm going to upload new video discussing about IP address and subnetting stuff. Okay, so for now, try to understand what is in by IP, and let us understand about what is by subnet. A subnet mask tells your computer which part is the network part and which part is the host part. Despite the name, it doesn't hide or mask anything. Based upon the subnet mask itself, we can easily identify which part is network and which part is host. Okay, so this is about subnet mask. Now we're going to discuss about classes. We have 3 different classes to work with normally in the production or in the any organization. First one is class A, class B, and class C. Okay, class A starts from 1 to 127, and the default subnet mask is 255.0.0.0. And the second class is class B. It starts from 128 to 191. The default subnet mask is 255.255.0.0. And the last class is 192, starts from 192 to 223. And the default subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. And the last class which is shown here is class D. So class D is used for multicasting purpose. Okay, anyway, this will be, we can ignore for it now. I'm going to cover the list of 5 classes in this separate session. But for now, for AWS or for cloud technologies, we would like to understand, like to focus only on the 3 classes. That is class A starts from 1 to 127, class B starts from 128 to 191, and class C starts from 192 to 223. Okay. Lastly, we're going to discuss about what is my public IP, what is my private IP address. Public IP addresses are used on the internet. Private IP addresses are not used on the internet and are used on your local area network and should not be used on the internet. So there are the private IP ranges. So any organization, we have to use class A, class B, class C private IP addresses. Okay, class A private IP address is 10.0.0.0 to 10.255.255.255. The similar way, class B private IP address is 172.16.0.0 to 172.31.255.255. In a similar way, we have the class C. The class C pool starts from 192.168.0.0 to 192.168.255.255. So that's it, guys, about the basics understanding in network. In the separate session, I'm going to upload the complete IP address, how to calculate the IP address, how to calculate subnet, everything I'm going to upload in the separate session. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much for that.